Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour et bienvenue à tous. My name is Jonathan Hayes, and I am the Director of Operations for Plating, Silver, and Quality here in Winnipeg. I'm pleased to welcome you to our facility. Located on Treaty Number 1 territory, the original lands and waters of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene people, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. I would also like to acknowledge today's speakers and guests of honor, Mint President and CEO Marie Lemay, and Canadian artist and coin designer Stephen Rosati. Welcome also to Daniel Gunther and Lawrence Prout, the Manitoba co-chairs of the Monarchist League of Canada, as well as their colleague, Callum Morrison. I am very proud of the world-class coins that my Winnipeg colleagues produce on a daily basis. Nous sommes très fiers des pièces exceptionnelles que nous fabriquons ici à Winnipeg. Our coins are known for their durability, their security, and their innovation. But they are also renowned for the way they capture and preserve pieces of Canadian history. This is why I feel so privileged to welcome you to our facility today, to witness history, as we unveil the effigy of His Majesty, King Charles III, and strike the very first Canadian circulation coin bearing his image. To begin this ceremony, it is my pleasure to introduce Madame Marie Lemay, President and CEO of the Royal Canadian Mint.
Thank you, Jonathan. Wow, this is a big day for us at the Mint. Right, guys, at the back? Really important one. So welcome, everyone, to our Winnipeg facility, and thank you for joining us for the historic unveiling and first strike of a Canadian circulation coin bearing the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III. I want to welcome also those who are watching us virtually. I know that we have staff in Ottawa, we have staff in Winnipeg watching us, we have board members and Canadians and people around the world, so welcome to this event. Salutations à nos employés de la monnaie, aux membres du Conseil, ainsi qu'aux Canadiennes et les Canadiens qui se joignent à nous virtuellement. Since 1953, the portrait of the late Queen Elizabeth has graced the obverse of Canadian coins. Today, 70 years later, a new chapter in Canadian history begins with the introduction of the first Canadian coin bearing the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III. Lorsque le jour du couronnement, le gouvernement nous a demandé de concevoir les pièces de circulation canadiennes à l'effigie de Sa Majesté le roi Charles III, nous avons très vite compris qu'il s'agissait d'une tâche de la plus haute importance. Our teams were ready with a well-laid-out plan, which has led us to today's unveil. And what people may not know is that normally it takes between a year to 18 months to create and circulate a new design on coins. From soliciting concept designs to receiving government approvals to engraving and die production and many more steps in between, it takes considerable work for many teams at the Winnipeg and Ottawa to bring a coin from idea to reality. But we knew we could meet this ambitious timeline by working together and with the invaluable support of many partners. So I want to start by thanking the Government of Canada, the Office of the Secretary of the Governor-General of Canada, and Buckingham Palace for expediting the normal approval process. Of course, a big thank you and congratulations to Mint employees, both here and in Ottawa, who worked tirelessly to allow us to introduce the new effigy of His Majesty. Je tiens à féliciter tous mes collègues à la monnaie royale canadienne qui ont travaillé main dans la main afin de réaliser une nouvelle effigie de Sa Majesté qui est prête à être frappée aujourd'hui, le jour même de son anniversaire de naissance. So thanks to our employees and our partners, here we are on November 14th, the birthday of His Majesty King Charles III, ready to strike the first coin bearing his effigy. So on behalf of everyone at the Mint, we wish His Majesty a happy birthday, and we look forward to soon sending him his very own set of first strike coins bearing his Canadian-designed effigy. This brings me to the final person I would like to thank. That is the talented Canadian artist who designed the effigy of His Majesty, Mr. Stephen Rosati, and it is my pleasure to invite him to speak about his unique experience. Thank you very much.
Merci, Madame Lemay. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to Winnipeg today. It is an added privilege to having had the honor of designing the coin effigy of His Majesty King Charles III that we are unveiling and striking for the very first time today. I've had the opportunity to design other coins in the past, and I can tell you that it is a tremendous meaningful to see your artwork permanently engraved on a coin that will be passed on from generation to generation. I am honored and humbled to have had my design of His Majesty King Charles III's effigy chosen for such a prestigious moment in the history of Canadian coins. I'm also very grateful to be among the many talented artists who have created designs for the Royal Canadian Mint. Thank you again to the Royal Canadian Mint, the Government of Canada, and Buckingham Palace for this truly great honor. I'm very excited to see the actual coins in production. Thank you very much. Merci.
So thank you, Stephen. So it's now time to unveil the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III. Marie, could you please join Stephen to reveal his work of art? So it is now my pleasure to invite Marie Lemay to strike a $1 coin, which will be the very first Canadian circulation coin featuring the effigy of His Majesty King Charles III. Marie, when ready, can you please activate the press? Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you, Marie. This now concludes our ceremony. Media are now welcome to come get some close-ups of the coin and speak with our president and Stephen Rosati. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.